So the next form of identities I want to talk about are double angle identities or double angle formulas. And here they are. Again, I have nothing I expect you to memorize. However, I think if you work through the homework that I'm assigning, that you'll find some patterns in them and that you'll have them memorized. I know this one, just with the way that my calculus curriculum is working right now, it comes up a lot. Notice for cosine, look at that. Is that nice of them? They let me choose which one I want to work. Wow, thanks. Cool. All right, and then we have tangent down here, and tangent goes back to division. Okay. So now I can't really just ask you double of a nice angle, because a double of a nice angle that's on your unit circle is still in your unit circle. I mean, if I double 45 degrees, 90 degrees. If I double 135 degrees, 270. Yeah. And so we're going to go straight to what we did with the sum and difference identities on this, and we're going to be doing the triangles. Okay. So sine of alpha is in quadrant 4. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I get excited. You know this. So good news on this, I don't have an alpha and a beta triangle. I'm just going to have the alpha triangle. Okay. In quadrant 4, see that's down here. Here's my alpha. So what do I know about this alpha triangle? It's negative. What's negative? Sine is negative, yes, because we're in the cash quadrant. I agree. Yeah. So, but which one's negative? I mean, the negative's in front of that. The one going down. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It will. It will. Maybe not every time, but it will. Hypotenuse is 8. All right. Oh, that tricky third side. Disagree. Square root of 39, right? So, and then we got in trouble on the quiz for not throwing a negative in front of it, so we should probably throw a negative in front of it. All right, tell me that again. Also, I'm going to the right, so it's positive. And on the quiz, it went which way? And so it was negative. Oh, okay, I got it straight now. Thank you. All right, so now from here, I'm just going to grab my double angle sine. All right, what's my double angle sine formula? 2 sine, I'm going to say alpha, since I'm dealing with alpha this time. Cosine alpha. You guys cracked me up. I was thinking about that the other day whenever you said, why are you drawing fishes on the board? No one's ever said that before. A lot of people will just write a lowercase a, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so sine of alpha. Oh, they told me -5/8. That was nice. Cosine of alpha. Wow. Everybody agree? Okay, cosine of alpha, we're doing adjacent over hypotenuse. So yeah, we're just doing the SOHCAHTOA. We're almost there. Now, what's the number one mistake people do on this from here? Now, they get the negative, so positive, negative, positive is going to be a negative. They get that. They multiply, well, what they do is they multiply the bottom by 2. That 2 does not distribute to the top and bottom. That 2 is 2 over 1. So here we go. Without a calculator, look at this. No, I'm just doing it without a calculator. And if I leave my answer like that, I'm going to pull. Yeah. So -5 square root of 39 over 32. 39 is 3 and 13 more than 39, so no. Add that. That'd be my answer. So good. So let me talk about what that means real quick, because I'm really bad about just teaching this and then going through. So this angle right here, whatever angle this is in the fourth quadrant, if I was to double this angle, and so if I was to double it, so if I was to go around this much again, I don't know where that would land at, but it would be, I guess it's sine, so it kind of about down to right here. The measure of that, of sine of twice this angle, so if I go around 2 times that length of the angle, would be this measure. So suppose this was 300 degrees. Suppose this was 300 degrees. It's not 300 degrees because I didn't get a nice answer. But suppose it was 300 degrees. The measure of 600 degrees would be this. Suppose this is 299 degrees. Twice that, 598 degrees, would be this. Whatever that angle happened to land at, such that this triangle formed. We're not drawing the triangle to scale or anything like that. We don't have to worry about interpreting anything. Just letting you know what's actually going on here. Because it's easy to teach this and not. Okay, so you and your pod buddies, you guys do cosine of 2 alpha. Choose your favorite cosine formula. I have my favorite. Let's see if you guys choose the same favorite as mine. And then work this out. All right, watching the video, I'm going to hit pause. You work it out as well. And then hit play whenever you're done. Okay, so 1 minus 2 sine squared alpha. And so I like this one because I can just bring down this sign in for here and square it. So negative 5/8. So what's that, 25/64? So 50/64? The 2 is not there anymore. So this is just 64 over 64 minus 14 over 64. 14 over 64, 7 over 32. Awesome. That's it. That one was nicer, wasn't it? All right, let's try tangent. I'm gonna write it out to the side here. I might need a little more room since the quotient. Okay. Is it 2 tangent? Is it 2 tangent alpha? 2 tangent alpha. And again, great news. If I build a problem off of each other, like off of itself like this, you don't have to redraw any triangles. So tangent of alpha. Disagree. I'm going to leave my answer not rationalized, just in case it accidentally rationalizes in the middle of the problem. If you want to rationalize it, go for it. You're going to get the same answer I do. You just might reduce later. She outed me. She outed me. Can you believe that? Victoria said, if we find tangent of 2 alpha, it has to be just sine of 2 alpha over cosine of 2 alpha. Keep, change, flip will just cancel those 32s, and I get negative 5 square root of 39 over 7. And that is the exact answer we would have eventually gotten with all of this. It would have just taken a longer time. What if you don't have it? Great question. Then I do need to work this out. You do. I normally work it out the long way and say, hey, check out this shortcut, and everybody gets mad at me. So yeah, let's go ahead and work it out. So remember this answer, negative 5 square root of 39 over 7. That's what we should match up to. All right. Very good catch, though. Hardly. Okay, so what we got on top here? Negative 10 over square root of 39. And on bottom, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple of turns to simplify that. So 1 minus, let's see, negative 5 squared is positive 25. Square root of 39 squared is 39. All my math look good on that? Awesome. It is not. I'm squaring it first. So I'm squaring a negative, so it's a positive. Yeah, order of operations on that. So this is 39 over 39, which is, so 39 minus 25 is 14. Oh no, where'd the negative go? It's right here. So keep change flip. I'm going to come up here to the top. So 39 over 14. Yeah. You just want to work with the big numbers? Or you want to try to cancel? See, like, I can do 10 and 14. I can take a 2 out of both of those. And I could actually, what's the square root of 39 divided by the square root of 39? Yeah, 39 divided by square root of 39. Square root of 39, yeah. So if you see that, because square root of 39 times square root of 39 is 39. So 39 divided by square root of 39 is square root of 39. Right? Don't worry about that. We'll get there. We'll get there. So let's go ahead and just take this across right here. 5 times the square root of 39. It's not square root. I just want a square root of it. All right. Go ahead and just do 5 times 39. I'm struggling so much right now. 5 times 39. It's big. 195. And it is negative. That's a negative 5. So now we're going to rationalize it. So negative 195 square root of 39 over 7 times 39. 273. Wow. Is a 3 come out of that? Negative 5 over 7. So 39 out of it. So take a 39 out of the top and bottom. You get negative 5 square root of 39 over 7. Yeah. I like what Elijah said. So if you didn't realize that, or I'm going to tell you on the test or quiz, I probably won't say, hey, find sine, cosine, and tangent of all 3. I'm going to probably mix it up over 2 problems. Maybe find sine and tangent of this one and find cosine of another one. So knowing that tangent formula will be helpful. These numbers got really big, and so look to simplify them as you go. Hopefully on the quiz, I don't think that they'll get this big. All right? I just keep change flip. I just divide it. I just flip this. To divide by a fraction, I multiply by the reciprocal. Just flip it. All right, maybe the rest of the notes will go quick. Ooh, degrees. You want to switch to radians? I do not. This one's just simplified. It's kind of weird. Once it's simplified, not evaluated. So I'd argue we don't need a calculator on this. That 1 minus 2 sine squared, that looks familiar. It's my cosine. It's my double angle cosine, right? So this is what's in that theta spot. Did I use theta or x's? Okay, so this is what's in the x spot right here. So according to that first slide we had up, this is equal to cosine of 2x, right? Where x is 56 degrees. So just cosine. So what's 2 times 56? 112. That's simplified. I wouldn't, because this tells me more that you know the identities. Otherwise, I could just type this into my calculator at the beginning and get the same answer. Right? So I like that. Cosine of 112. You can, we get the same thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, this would be in radians, but if the question's in degrees, keep it in degrees. The question's in radians, keep it in radians. That's just a good rule of thumb. There for a while, we had to have everything in radians because of the problems we were working, area of the sector and so forth. I didn't. I'm saying I didn't. But let's see how some proofs work in with this. That'll be fun. Yeah. Hold on, let's say everybody writing it down first. You want to do the right side? We could. We can work the right side. I see it. I think the left side is going to be a little bit messier, a little bit easier to work with. Okay. So what do you see on this left side? Now, first of all, it's not squared, so none of my Pythagorean stuff works. Do what? All right, so it's to be factored, right? This is difference of two squares. So difference of two squares breaks apart. 1 plus, 1's minus. And I just take the square root of each one. We've done that, right? So I get, oh, I didn't leave myself much room. Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. And then cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. Which one equals 1? This equals 1, right? That's my first Pythagorean identity. So I have 1 times cosine squared theta. We're done. That doesn't look like that. Ah, this is my first double angle cosine formula, wasn't it? Did you not write them down? A new answer. That's fun. Cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta equals cosine 2 theta. So again, you and your pod buddies try this one. If you're watching the video, I'm going to pause it so you can try this on your own. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm supposed to do this. That's fine. It's equivalent. You want to do this one, or you just want to save? You want some homework time? All right. I think I see the path of this one. Yeah, I know. So what do you want to do first? This looks familiar. Yeah. It's not my secant squared. It's not plus. This is double angle tangent, right? So if I can turn this side into double angle tangent, I should be good. Or do you want to work it that way? Or you want to try a different way? I would see the right. So what are we doing to the right side? Do what? How's that going to help? Okay. I see the 2 right here. This is what I see on it. I'm going to get a common denominator. Is this okay? Everybody with me? Change the cotangent to 1 over tangent. And then to get a common denominator, I change tangent to tangent squared over tangent. Good stuff might happen now. Now what trickery do we do? Keep, change, flip. Keep the top. Change the division to multiplication. And then just flip this. And then get 2 tangent. 1 minus tangent squared. That was easier than I thought it would be. It's good. We're just getting better at this. That's what it is. All right. Homework looks a little bit lengthy. I think there's a lot of them that you're just matching up on. So homework quiz is not until Tuesday next week. So we should get some class time. Don't have much today, but get some later.